Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So there's some surprise Deadpool taco whatnot happening this morning, so I wanted to do a bonus video. There's also some special Super Bowl stuff happening that I'll explain at the end of the video. Really, there's just been a whole bunch of Deadpool stuff in general happening. So the first big news, yeah, Deadpool is a hardcore movie. It is a hard R, definitely crazy. If you're a really young person, you're going to see it with your mom, you're still totally gonna have an awesome time, but you're gonna have a really fun, awkward story to tell your friends afterwards. TJ Miller said that there's going to be a director's cut that will be even more hardcore, which is no surprise. Of course, they're going to lean into the art. There's always stuff that they have to cut out of movies for time or just because it's way too crazy.
But yeah, so the idea that when you see the full director's cut of it, that's going to be even more raw, that's pretty heavy duty.
He also said there's a whole bunch of stuff that they had to cut out because it was too graphic. So here's a taste of that.
Actually, Fox has kind of made me not talk about some of the harsher stuff because I think it got kind of faux racist. And then I think there's a really funny one, but it just, you look like a trucker shit on your shoulders and then shaped ears into it, you know, but it's like somebody pulled your balls up through your mouth and then wrapped them around your head.
So freaking awesome, but Deadpool killed Twitter this morning. Ryan Reynolds did a Q&A, so I'm just going to play the montage here. He answered a bunch of questions. Not all of them are specifically about Deadpool, but it's actually pretty quick, so here we go.
Okay, how does it feel? Imagine, if you will, for a moment, a bald eagle. And a bald eagle is spreading his majestic wings over a warm Hawaiian breeze. That's how it feels, I mean, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. I kept a couple things. I kept two things from the Deadpool set. I kept the stuffed unicorn wearing assless leather chaps that Deadpool carries around in the movie. And I also kept the Deadpool suit because I waited 10 years to do the film, so I'm keeping the fucking suit. Okay, when I was a kid, I actually went to all the R-rated movies. My father of the year, took me to all of them. And so the first one I ever saw was Stand By Me. Rob Reiner movie, incredible film. River Phoenix, Jerry O'Connell, Corey Feldman, Richard Dreyfuss, amazing. Anyway, that's one worth checking out. I didn't actually need to do a ton of preparation for the film Deadpool. I felt like I was ready the second I stepped out of my mother. I'd probably like to go back to this morning. In the hotel lobby, a nursing mother caught me staring. And I didn't know what the appropriate facial expression was for that, so I just kept on staring and staring and staring, and then I just kind of got locked into that like a time warp, and I'd probably use the time machine to go back there and just make that not happen.
You would know that.
What do I love most about the Deadpool character? I love everything about the Deadpool character. I've waited 11 years to bring this guy to the screen, and I love that he's meta. I love that he's very, very funny. I love that he's violent, but he undercuts the violence with comedy and fun. And playing Deadpool's a dream come true. So there you are for your sincere answer. One franchise for Deadpool to be in that's a non-comic, Twilight, right? Team Edward, Team Jacob, Team Deadpool, Team Fun. The answer to that one is that TJ Miller is a maniac, and nothing gets done when TJ Miller's around. Honestly, I'm surprised we're all still alive. Probably not, although it is fun, but I would, at some point, love to see my family again. Thank you, Big Bye Wolf. All three of them are doing just fine, so I appreciate your concern, though. Vodka or Spider-Man? That's a good question. How about a vodka-soaked Spider-Man? That's super weird. That's the leaked title to my memoir. I am not going to insult you, you donkey-punching mustard squirt. Okay, you never feel like you just got this. You know, Deadpool is a very specific tone and an ultra-specific type character, so I was very nervous. And, you know, the fans are the ones that got us to where we are. We wouldn't have this movie if not for them. The leaked test footage happened, they screamed and yelled, overwhelmed the studio, and the studio was forced to allow us to make not only a Deadpool movie, but the Deadpool movie that the world needs, so. I could definitely imagine doing something with Spider-Man at some point. Rarely do they place the Photoshop directly in the buttocks. Generally, it's like around, underneath, over, you know, some shading and stuff like that. But it never goes inside. Deadpool loves Star Wars. Deadpool's obsessed with Star Wars. Deadpool has Star Wars, or may not have Star Wars sheets at home on his bed.
A couple of you guys have pointed out funny commercials that he's been doing. So this is actually a Mexican cookie commercial, which might sound weird, but it's just meant to be a funny ad for the movie to get people to go see the movie that's airing in Mexico.
Whoop. ¿Qué ole, qué ole? Guitarra llevo, muñeca también, me encanta. ¿Qué más, qué más? ¡Allí estoy! ¡No! ¿Es neta? ¡Me llevo una! ¡No! ¡Me llevo dos! ¡No! ¡Me llevo todas! ¡Suéltala! ¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago? ¡En vacaciones no! ¿Por qué? ¡Guardias! ¡Orden, emperador! ¡Agárrenlo! Para ese emperador.
And as you can see here, despite the fact that he loves to make fun of Wolverine, he and Hugh Jackman, really great friends. If you ever hear about a feud in Hollywood, like two actors yelling at each other, it's totally fake. There are very few public arguments that actors and people in Hollywood have that are actually genuine. Usually things like that are done to create publicity. Kanye West is a genius at generating publicity for himself. All he has to do is say something completely idiotic on Twitter and everybody goes crazy. So of course Ryan Reynolds making fun of Wolverine's totally tongue-in-cheek. I think everybody understands that. And while he was making the rounds, TJ Miller did say, I would really like to see Deadpool versus Wolverine. I don't know that Fox would do that because Hugh Jackman's kind of on his way out. He actually said one of the reasons why he's leaving Wolverine, like Robert Downey Jr. has said he's going to be Iron Man for the rest of time. Hugh Jackman could totally do that exact same thing. He could be Wolverine till he literally turns into old man Logan, super old white-haired Logan. But the level of fitness that he has to maintain is way higher than Robert Downey Jr. People would riot in the street if there was a movie that Wolverine appeared in where he did not take his shirt off and pop his claws screaming, running around. In order to be what you would call camera ready for a scene like that, you have to be crazy fit, which is just really hard to do every single year for like 10 years straight. Even Stephen Amell on Arrow, who's way younger than Hugh Jackman, has crazy sick abs, says that whenever he has to do a shirtless scene on Arrow, whenever they're filming a shirtless scene, they have to give him a week's notice so that he can do extra workouts to get his crazy 8-pack. So Hugh Jackman's been doing that almost every day, continuously, since he started being Wolverine, and it's just brutal. Robert Downey Jr. on the other side of that does not go shirtless in Avengers movies. When was the last time you saw Tony Stark shirtless in a movie? So it's just a little bit easier for him to continue playing the role. He doesn't have to be the crazy ripped dude walking around. But don't completely count out Deadpool versus Wolverine. They could still totally do something like that. I'm not expecting it. I think Deadpool and Cable would likely be the Deadpool sequel. But Hugh Jackman did say that he just got his script for the new Wolverine movie. They're actually getting ready to shoot it, and I do think it's going to be a version of Old Man Logan. But the last big thing, Super Bowl is coming up. Deadpool kills the Super Bowl. It's going to be so much fun. So the weird marketing that Deadpool is going to be doing during Super Bowl Sunday is a little bit different from the other networks. So there's going to be like Captain America Civil War trailer stuff. There's going to be some X-Men Apocalypse trailer stuff, a little more traditional. Deadpool, on the other hand, is going to be running continuous ads on every single major network. I don't know what that's going to look like, but it's probably going to be some twisted, funny thing. I'll totally make a video for it, but what I'm expecting is like a bunch of different types of clips, so I'll probably end up combining all those into one video. But there will be some funny stuff, so I will do a Deadpool kills the Super Bowl video afterwards. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. I'll probably even do a special giveaway, just because I feel like the Deadpool people have been going like way above and beyond the call of marketing their movie. Like, they made a joke about how Lego sets spoil movies Avengers style. Avengers Lego sets completely spoiled a bunch of scenes. The same thing happened with Star Wars. Now Deadpool is just riffing on that. Like, oh my god, I can't believe you spoiled the hot air balloon scene. How awesome is it that they did that? And no, I don't think those are actual Lego sets. I think they just made the box art. So crazy Super Bowl stuff happening this Sunday. Even if you don't watch the Super Bowl, don't worry, because whatever ends up happening, I'll do videos for it, so all you have to do is look out for that stuff. While you guys wait for that, you can click here for all my Deadpool videos, just my Deadpool playlist, and you can click here for my Legends of Tomorrow video from last night. They totally did Eyes Wide Shut Stanley Kubrick. It was so funny. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.